You guys really love the shorts I created on how to create cloth in Blender and commented me to make a full video explaining how I create that. So I have created this beginner friendly tutorial for you guys to learn cloth simulation and make basic cloths for your character in Blender. I hope you like it, and if you really enjoy it, subscribe and help me to gain more and more subscriber and bring this amazing tutorial. So now without any further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. So first let's get familiar with the cloth simulation in Blender. So we are going to use this cube as an interactive object, and let's add a plane object. Just move it upwards and go to edit mode, scale it 2 times, and now we will subdivide because you need enough geometry to make the cloth simulation, otherwise it's just gonna fall like a solid object. So I am just going for number of cuts 10, and with that let's go to our physics properties and give it a cloth and select our cube because this is going to interact with it. Now I play, so you see it's passed through the cube. So I'll select my cube and give it a collision. What collision does is don't let pass through the object and interact with the physics we do in Blender. So when you hit press play, see how it's interacted with the cloth simulation interacted with the cube, and now the cloth sits on top of this. So if you want more subdivision, you can just right click subdivide more, so it will more beautiful and more refined simulation. You can go as high as you want. This is a basic setup, so you can go much higher than this, like this. And now if you shade smooth, it will look good. And for better resolution, you can add a subdivision surface modifier. See, so that artifact we just saw, let's press play again, and here you see the artifact. So what we can do is, one thing is we can increase this, but this won't fix that issue. For that we will go to our physics tab of the cloth, and we will go down here, and in the collision settings we enable self collision, so it won't intersect with itself. When it does, it just bounce back. I mean, it's not going to interact in itself. So now we will press play and see. As you can see, the beautiful cloth simulation, and that looks pretty good, right? So with this basic knowledge how to use cloth physics and the cube, we will start doing some more interactive fun with it. So let's delete this, and this time we are going to start with a plane again. So this time we will work with winds. So first let's rotate our plane 90 degrees and just bring it up and increase its size. So let's see something like this. Okay, that's cool. Let's make it more interactive by more interesting by just adding a cylinder. Let's create a flag quickly. So scale this down on the z-axis, grab those faces, bring them up, move it backward, bring this up. That's it. So our basic flag is ready. Now we will, again, as I said, we need subdivision to perform a cloth simulation. So it's better that you have even geometry. The more even geometry you have, the good looking the cloth simulation will be. So I here subdivided it a couple of times. Instead of going like this, what you can do is you can, like we have even faces, you click subdivide and open this and click few times to get the geometries. Now if we add physics to this cloth physics, we press play. Like always, there is no interaction and the cloth gonna drop down. because of gravity. So what we are going to do is we'll assign a vertex group. So we will select this two vertices, go to vertex group and assign a new vertex. And with this we need to go to the cloth physics, and down here in the shapes, in pin group, we will select that group. What it does is left that group untouched by the physics. So now you can see it just got fold like this. So for that we are going to give collision to this pole, and for this flag we are going to enable self collision like before. And now you see it's interactive and cool. But isn't it cool if it flip in the wind? So let's add a force field called wind, and we will make it fly. So if we enable the wind now, there is no interaction because it's need a huge force field of the wind, so the strength is very low. Let's see if 100 works. Not good as we want, so let's say we'll go 500, and we will add some noise too. Now so here you can see you get the interactive cloth simulation. Let's say shade smooth. Also you can add subdivision surface. If you don't have heavy PC, you can add subdivision by stopping the animation. So now we press play, and here you can see beautiful cloth simulation we have, looking nice, right? So at this point I think you got the basics of the cloth physics, how you can use the cloth and all. There is one more thing I need to make you understand that here you can see we got some preset like silk, rubber, leather, denim, cotton. So when you click on that, it will just change to that kind of cloth. So here you can see we change to denim, which is pretty heavy of course, and let's select silk. So when we select silk, see how smooth, how lightweight it got. So this is how cloths work, and I kind of like silk. See how smooth and beautiful the animation is. So now with this interaction, I hope you are ready to get your hands on the character cloth model. So let's start with that. So now you have learned the basic. I'll go with more advanced. So I have prepared this character for you, which goes from T pose to basic standing pose in over the 40 frames. So let's trim our timeline to 40. You can see the animation. Now we will build cloth for this person. So we'll add a plane, and by the way you can get the model from link in the description. And let's just bring it forward. Let's see. Okay, this much is fine. Now what we are going to do is select this edge and extrude on the z-axis. Press 2 to get even faces, and select this to Alt E to extrude edges. Right click and SS to scale them on this axis. I pressed 2.5, maybe SX 2.75. Yes, this is fine, looking even. Now we will subdivide it. Let's open this up and bring the subdivision level up. Around 7 should be fine, and let's extrude this from the top view till the back of the character. Now you see it's a bit high, so let's bring the whole object a bit down till it intersects with the neck of the character, and it's looking fine. So we will delete the faces which are intersecting with our character, like this, the hands one and the legs one and the neck one, and delete the faces. So we have our character, and let's delete the front faces to make a proper plot. So it's fine. Now you can see that the sides are too much hanging, so I'm going to just select these vertices and enable proportional editing and press GV to bring them closer, or we can just select this as well and scale them down. This is fine. Yes, this is looking pretty fine. Now we are going to delete these faces which are already selected, and select this also and hit X, only faces, because we need those vertices to stitch the model together. Now select these vertices as they are interacting with our character. We will scale them, not a proportional editing. Without proportional editing, we will scale them. So this looks fine. So this character already have the collision modifier as previous examples. Now we will add cloth to our object, and when we press play, it's falling down. Why? Because we need to stitch. That's why we leave the vertices. So for stitching, we will go to shapes and enable twin, and you press play and bam, that's not like that. Easy, right? We are just getting there. So we'll just go to the last frame. We have our cloth that looks a bit weird, so let's just bring it forward just a bit. Make sure that it's not intersecting with the character from behind. So we'll get this. This shoulder things looks like a bit odd, so we can play with that as well. You can just enable proportional, select the vertices and bring them up. The neck part is good, and yes, now we have that from the start. For the starting point, we'll go to the last frame, and here you can see the geometry is looking pretty rough. We can use reset as well, so let's make it cotton. So I click on cotton, and the setting are default pretty much. So now it's looking fine. What we are going to do is okay, that's weird. Okay, go to frame 40 and we will apply our cloth. For that we need to go to the modifiers tab and enable here and apply. Now what we are going to do is merge those vertices, select those and press H, bridge edge loops. You can see it selected these two vertices, so we are going to remove this and now press bridge edge loops, and it looks like they are not going to merge together like that. So we are going to deselect this side and now trying to merge bridge edge loops or merge by distance and increase the number. So we got 4, let's increase more, 8. Okay, fine, good. Now it's snapped together. So we can select these vertices as well here, and we'll do the same thing, merge by distance. The vertices we are selecting only those going to merge together, so we don't have to worry about any other. If you are selecting more like this, you can just deselect and press M, merge by distance. Same for this ones. Make sure you select the right ones. If not able to select, go to edit mode and then select. Now see, we selected and merge by distance. So now it's selected. Let's add subdivision surface modifier. Something not right. Add subdivision surface to get smoother cloth. So this is looking cool, right? And for more, you can do is we play with the wind. So you can just add a wind, rotate it and place it somewhere so our cloth don't fall, and For the wind strength, as we did before, we're going to add 500. And okay, so here is the catch, that we did the posing thing from 1 to 40 frames. So we need to start our simulation from 40 frames onwards. We are going to add cloth again, and you see it's just dropped. Why? Because it's already in the simulation mode. So what we are going to do is go to cache and change our starting frame to 41, and change our animation start from 41 and let's make it 200. And now we press play. So you see the cloths fly, but it's drop also. So for that, what we can do is go to our scene, and in the gravity we will make it less. 0 means it's not going to drop, but here it's pretty fine, pretty smooth looking. One more thing I need to add, that the self collision we did earlier, you know, without the self collision it's going to interact with itself. So now we enable self collision, and we can see there are much detail, but it's also pretty laggy. So you can decrease subdivision level so it's smoother, and here you can see a bit artifact here and there, but you can fix that by going to self collision and change the distance to 0.001, and here much smoother, much good. And you can, if your computer can handle, you can just play with the wind in the real time and see the difference. Here you can see how interactive it is. So that's how you make a character as a beginner. You can make a cloth for a character, and why not just shade that. So I just made Tanjiro's outfit. Okay, the character is set on holdout, maybe that's why it's not rendering. So I'm going to go to object property, and in the visibility it's not on the holdout. Then I don't know why it's not able to see this something. Okay, so here is the material. I added transparent material because I just need to have the cloth. So I'm going to disconnect that and add a basic principal shader to the surface. Okay, cool. Now with our character, so I was at that time building Tanjiro's outfit, that's why I got this checker texture. So let's build that. Or why build checker texture? Let's do more fun stuff, right? So we are going to select let's go to material view. We are selecting material from the blender asset pack and search for cloth. So we got a very good cloth. Let's select this royal one and see how cool it's looking. Let's do project, or let's leave it like that. We haven't baked the simulation, that's why it's flying. And this artifact coming from here, so let's change this to none. And here you can see the beautiful cloth flying in the wind, right? So this is the beginner friendly tutorial how to create a cloth in Blender, and that's looking fantastic. So if you make something cool with this tutorial, just let me know, and I'll give shout out to you on my Instagram channel. Link in the description, and there are lots of assets in the description. Also, if you want to learn more advanced stuff in Blender like VFX, creating an anime environment, etc., and spaceship, Star Wars stuff, texturing the spaceship, just head over to my Patreon and you get tons of benefit and lots of discount on my assets. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.